Hi, and welcome to Yoga by Now Jess. I'm Jess, and today's class is all about letting go of expectations. It's about being willing to play, to try, to smile, and accept whatever is happening. In other words, today is all about standing balancing poses. These are some of my favorite things to practice for a number of different reasons. One, I can't think of anything else, my shopping list, my to-do list, while I'm trying to stand on one leg. They humble me because some days they feel amazing and I have all the balance in the world, and some days I wobble and fall. And that's totally okay. That's part of the reason why I love to practice them. So I thought I'd share a fun little flow with all of you today. You don't need anything fancy, but you do need to be willing to just take each moment as it comes. Today's practice has no place for perfection. It's all about just being in the moment and giving it a go. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. Bring the toes together, the knees out a little bit wide, and sit the hips heavy. Start to fold at the hips. Bring the hands forward and the head onto the mat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Really landing into your practice, into your child's pose today. Just let the breath be natural, steady, and even. The breath is such a big part of the practice, but especially when we're trying something harder. So when we get to the balancing part of today's class, I encourage you to keep breathing. When the breath starts to go, the balances will become much, much harder. So just remember your inhale and your exhale. Next time you inhale, start to roll up and come to sit on the feet, bringing the knees in together. Let's move through some seated cat-cows, tucking the chin towards the chest, letting the weight of the head stretch out through the back of the neck. Then when you inhale, look up, spread the collarbones. Exhale forward, round the shoulders. Let's make each one a little bit bigger than the last. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Use the arms. Connecting breath with movement. Really feel the body start to wake up, start to move. And dropping the tension. Let's take a couple of shoulder rolls. Let the hands be by the sides. Take the shoulders up towards the ears. Roll them back and down. Good. Squeezing the shoulder blades together as you move them back. Nice. With your next inhale, let's take the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, a gentle twist to the right. Not having to go too far, just as far as the body will allow you to twist. And use the hands just as some encouragement to sit up a little bit taller. Take a breath or two here, letting the shoulders soften with each exhale. And then as you inhale, come back through center and exhale to the other side. Using the inhales to lengthen and the exhales to soften. Inhale your way back through center. Place the hands on the mat and come towards a tabletop. tucking the toes, activating the core, and slowly lifting the hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. You can pedal out through the feet, give the head a shake and a nod. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. And then find stillness. Maybe a big sigh. Good. With your inhale, let's roll forward towards a plank, waking up the core, and always a plank of your choice. So if it feels better to drop the knees, then drop the knees. But keep the core active and engaged because you will need a strong core as we move through the later part of this practice. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Keep the toes pointing towards the ground to start. Then bend the knee and open up the hip. Keep pushing out through this left hand so you're not sinking into the shoulder. Maybe take a couple of circles with the feet, ankles. Maybe you circle the knee to open the hip up more. Then come back to that neutral hip. Come forward through plank, hug the knee in towards the chest. We're going to move this to lizard, so take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Just take a moment to land here. Let the hips slowly soften. Maybe you rock from side to side. You can stay on the hands, come up onto the fingertips, or if you have blocks. If it feels good to stay here, either gently moving or in stillness, go for it. Otherwise, you can drop the back knee. Maybe open this right hip out. Gently and just noticing how the body feels. It's early in the practice, so don't push yourself too far. And then start to bring the right foot in between the hands, and we're going to send the hips back, straighten this front leg, come to a half split. Good. Bringing the right hip back and the toes up towards you. Again, inhale to lengthen, exhale to soften. And then start to come forward. Find a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands to a cactus shape. Start to send the chest and the heart forward and then up towards the sky, keeping the engagement through the tummy. Just a little baby back bend here, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Then a big breath in, reach tall. Exhale, hands to the earth, tuck the back toes if they're not already. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. Let's inhale the left leg, up towards the sky. Toes straight. Then bend the knee, open the hip. Couple of little circles. Pushing through the right hand so you're not collapsing. Good. Bring the hip back to neutral, legs straight. Come forward to that plank, hug that knee in, then gently step it to the outside of the left hand. And find your version of lizard here. Moving through the options slowly and steadily, knowing that we are so different from side to side and so different from day to day, moment to moment. Maybe you drop the back knee. Maybe you open up this hip a little. Good. Keep the collarbones open. And then tiptoe the foot between the hands. Take the hips back, half splits on the other side. You can use the thumb to bring the left hip back. Good. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to soften. And gently coming forward, making your way to a low lunge. Again, pulling this left hip back. Big breath in, exhale, make the cactus shape with your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, send the heart forward and up to a little baby back bend. Keep breathing here. Inhale the arms up. Sorry, plant. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Good. Let's tiptoe the feet up towards the hands at the front of the mat. Find a forward fold. Bend the knees, tuck the chin. Slowly roll up to standing. Taking the shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them back and down. Finding your Tadasana. Taking a couple of deep breaths and again reminding yourself that there is no place for perfection in today's class. It's all about trying, playing, having a little bit of fun and just seeing what happens. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to a plank of your choice. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then bending the knees, sending the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Come forward through plank. Place the right foot between the hands, drop the back knee, find your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good. As you inhale next, strong legs push down to lift the back knee off the ground and find a crescent lunge. Good. Strong legs here. We're going to make the cactus shape with the arms again. So a big inhale. Exhale the hands to cactus. Instead of back bending this time, we're going to hinge at the hip and bring the body forward like a modified arrowhead pose. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades together. Then we're going to start to lean some more weight into this front foot. So this is when the fun's really going to start to begin. See if you can bring the left foot a little bit closer. More weight into the right leg. As you start to lift the left toes and move towards warrior three. Embrace any wobbles. Feel the heat. Feel your strength and your power. Start to stand up. If you can, try not to let the left toes touch the ground as you bring the left knee in towards the chest and give it a hug. Like a one-legged Tadasana. How's your breath? Keep breathing. Good. From here, we're going to see if we can take this towards a tree pose. So take the left foot either to the inside of the left thigh, to the calf, wobbling, or onto the ground. Whichever option suits you in this moment, and maybe the hands come back to heart center. Find a point of focus in front of you. Good. Feel the breath settle. Then gently bring the leg in front of you again to that one-legged Tadasana. Put a little bend through the right leg, cross the left leg over. We're going to move towards eagle pose. Maybe you can wrap the toes. Take the arms out to the side right arm on top of the left. Either the backs of the palms come together or you take the full bind. Maybe you lift the elbows. Maybe you sit a little bit deeper. Smiles always help. Keep the arms where they are. Start to let go of the bind through the legs. Stand to that one-legged Tadasana again. And if you can, without letting the left toes touch the ground, start to take this back towards your warrior three. So a little bend through the standing leg and keep this top left leg really strong and active. Take a big breath in and then slowly exhale. See if you can place the left foot back. Unravel the arms. Find your crescent lunge. Whew. It's a challenge. Good. Couple of breaths. Let it settle. Take a big breath in and exhale. Hands to the earth. Bring the left foot up to the top and find a forward fold. Oh, let it all hang out. Let any thoughts of how that went just wash away. The most important thing is, did you have a little bit of fun? Did you enjoy it? Start to bend the knees, tuck the chin, roll back up to standing. Head comes up last. Shoulders up towards ears, back and down. So letting go of everything we've just done and coming into the other side, fresh, ready to just see whatever happens, happens. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a plank. Use that core. Bend the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's give it a go. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky. Come forward through plank. Place it between the hands. Drop the back knee. Low lunge. Good. Push down through the legs. Use the core to bring yourself up to a crescent lunge. Let's make that cactus shape. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and start to hinge forward to your version of an arrowhead. Placing weight into this left foot. Maybe you can come straight up from here, or maybe you start to inch the toes closer and then start to hinge at the hips until you find warrior three. Push this heel, the right heel, back as if you're leaning against a wall. Good. Start to slowly stand. Maybe you can keep the right toes off the ground as you bring the right knee in for a hug. Like a one-legged Tadasana. Let's take this to tree. Wait. So the right foot can go to the inside of the left thigh, onto the calf or onto the ground. Hands come to prayer. Whatever variation you took on the first side, it doesn't matter. Just choose the variation on this side that's working in this moment. Oh. Embrace any wobbles. Let the breath steady. Gently release the foot, come back to that one-legged Tadasana. Bend this left leg, cross the right leg over. Find your eagle legs. Take the arms wide. Left arm goes on top. Find your eagle arms. Maybe you lift the elbows. Maybe you sit a little bit deeper. Really good. Keep smiling as you unravel, straighten through the left leg and take this back towards warrior 3. Good. And then back towards your crescent lunge, unravel the arms, reach to the sky, well done. Exhale, hands to the earth, step forward, find a brief forward fold. Then take the feet out as wide as the mat, lower the hips, find Malasana. A little bit of grounding after all that flying, all that floating. Maybe you close your eyes. Good. Hands to the earth, hips up towards the sky, feet back under the hips, find your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen to a halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth, bend the knees, step back to your plank. Last one. Drop the knees, take the feet together, the knees out wide, sit the hips heavy and come back to your child's pose. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Really sink into the mat here. Take a well-deserved rest. How are you feeling? Did you manage to have a little bit of fun? Feel free to keep resting here. Otherwise, start to roll up. Come to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands to heart center. Bow the head, close the eyes. Well done for giving it a try today, for showing up and for playing. Let's finish today's practice with one final breath together. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Thank you, yogis, for joining me for what I hope was a fun little balancing practice. Something to enjoy, something to keep coming back to over and over again. If this left you wanting more, then I have a full-length 60-minute online live class every Thursday at lunchtime. I'll leave the details below. If you'd like to join, come on over. The more the merrier. But until next time, have a great day.